Hello people of the web and welcome back to my Vanilla High series. Today we're starting the episode a long way from our base. Now one of my favourite things about this server is that it's open to everyone, and so we're often making new friends. Today I met Gaming with Jay, who after showing him through the public farms I taught him about grief protection and then decided to join him while travelling through the Nether. We managed to travel a long distance through the Nether, and when we came out we were just off the coast of this gorgeous little island, which I'm a little bit jealous of because I really like it, and it's not too mountainous and needing cutting down, unlike our island. I wouldn't swap it, but it is a really nice island. And he's already, making plenty of progress. Only been here a couple of minutes. I particularly love exploring when it's raining. Riptide is one of my favourite updates to the game. I think the portal... it's over here. So as you see, we came out in the middle of nowhere. Don't want to actually get through. And there might be other islands nearby, so I'm going to have a bit of an exploration while he's building. When heading out for an exploration, I did ask him if there was anything he wanted me to keep an eye out for. He said white flowers and anything cool. The next island I found... white flowers. I'm not sure I want to give them all to him, because I really like these flowers. They're one of my favourites. Oxide daisies? I think that's what they're called. While Jay was building the house, he was being attacked by a drowned. I jumped in, killed it. Didn't look like a trident dropped. Turns out it did. One drowned, one trident. He's really lucky. Now, my AFK spot was here, and I was hearing zombie groans. So I just started digging, and all the sand fell in to a cave. Hello. It's been a few days since I recorded the last clip. And it was great to meet Jay, and I hope he decides to stick around. Now since that clip, I've made about 4 videos. Yes, I don't record in the same order as videos are released, and this often confuses my little brain. I have been on Vanilla High, but mostly just to be social and occasionally making use of my villager trading area and trying to clear up some shulkers, which have been full of stone, and pick up some glass and some quartz so we can finish off the chorus farm, which we'll get to later in the video. Being able to buy this glass is very satisfying, and I think I now have enough to finish up the project. In fact, nearly a full shulker's worth. In fact, that may even be too much, but in my books you can never have too much glass. It's one of those resources that you always need more of. And I gathered a few stacks of quartz from my mason. Now, while we're at the villager trading area, I should point out that this cell has been empty for quite a while now, and it has me slightly concerned. Now, we should get villagers coming along here from the breeding pen that's along this path about 70 blocks and then up like 30 blocks. And none have come along recently. So I think we best check out why that might be. Part of the reason could be down to it being slightly too far away to be loaded, but I have been AFK there and still had no output. Yeah. Now I remember why there'd be no output. I closed the trapdoors so no children could go down because we were missing one villager. I suppose we'll break this one. Where did my glass go? Okay, that'll do for now. We were originally with 4 villagers in here, and somehow we went down to 3, so I blocked up the exits hoping that we would eventually get a 4th. But that hasn't happened. And I want to find out why they're not breeding. Okay, so they shared carrots and had the hearts, and then had the little bubbles particle effect to say, no, we're not breeding. Now, The only thing that I've just thought of is that do they need to sleep in the beds at some point to be willing to breed? If so, we might need to move these beds down so they can reach them. We could try that. I mean, only have to move one or two. Wow, that took them a matter of seconds. I suppose you'll want a bed as well, so I'll do these two over here, and then they can all sleep. Ooh, let's close this up quickly. It took him nearly an eternity to figure out there was a bed there, but now they've all slept, so hopefully tomorrow they might breed. However, this is not an ideal setup. Not only does it not look very pretty, but we could have issues with babies not falling down the holes, because there's more spaces for them to stand. So I might have to redesign this all, but first of all, we'll just see whether this fixes things. Which means I might as well make a cup of tea, because I can't make the night go any faster. And the doors are all closed in here, so if they breed, it's not going anywhere. Good news, it's morning. I used some bone meal, and so all the carrots are grown, and we have hearts. Aha! A baby! So this seems to work, as long as they've slept in a bed. Now, we want to wait till he grows up, because we want 4 farmers in here, ideally. And then once he's grown up, we can open up the trapdoors, and we'll just leave these 4 beds accessible, so that the farmers... I thought we had a very short farmer there for a second. So that the farmers can sleep, and then they can continue breeding. And we'll leave the additional beds on the side out of reach, which should mean that they don't see a cat, I think. We'll find out. With the baby villager finally grown up, we can open these trapdoors, and then hopefully, if we get another one, which is looking like a possibility, we should get a baby villager falling down the hole. Come on, hurry up, guys. But I can't see when you stand there. Oh. This is a completely unrelated task. Jammy from the Cylinder Project, who you may remember I did a showcase on, asked for some meat. And I figured now was a good time to cull the herd. So I'm getting him some steak. That was a successful trade. Now, for mostly wool and a bit of food, both of which we got plenty of, I got a beacon. And we all know that the eventual plan was to have 4 beacons under each of the iron farms, and we are severely lacking at the moment of beacons. So I think it's about time we put one back. And symmetry is restored. That looks a lot better. There are a couple concerns I have with this. And one of them is the fact that that villager still hasn't decided he's a farmer. And there's 4 composting pots. So I don't know why he wouldn't. And we're not getting another baby. I think what I'm going to do is move more beds down and see whether we then get babies. Because maybe they can't see them at this height. Ah! Mistakes were made! Damn it. Oh, we don't actually need that bubble elevator anymore, so I can just get rid of that. That's from when the villagers used to output up the top, and I used to use it as a witch farm. Hang on a minute, how long has that sea lantern been at the wrong height? And how have I never noticed that before? Oh, we have hearts again. Yep, that works. In theory, at some point he'll end up falling down the hole. Although, I'm just going to push him to save yourself waiting. Why have you not decided to become a farmer? I'm going to break all of the composting pots and replace them and see whether he then picks up a workstation. Now we have 4 farmers. Much better. Seeing as these guys are happy, let's follow that baby villager. That's another upgrade I could do. If I change this bit here to a cobblestone wall, I think we can get them to go all the way. So I'm going to go grab some cobblestone wall and then come back. Armed with cobblestone walls, we should be able to make this better. I think I should test it on the side furthest away first. Oh, he's getting ahead of me. So let's not do that one. We'll do this one first. We'll break that and place a cobblestone wall in theory. Oh, we might have issues because this isn't tall enough. Oh no, it works for children, just doesn't work for adults. So if we do this, we're going to have to move the glass up 1 block. This is one of those tasks that takes a little while to do and doesn't have a huge amount of benefit. But there is a benefit, and with the amount of villagers that come down here, it's definitely a worthwhile investment. And I haven't actually misplaced any glass yet, which is a bit of a surprise. Yeah. We can test it on this one. Let's just place that there and take hands off keyboard. Oh, I do have depth strider though, which probably slows down my movement, but yeah, that works. I recently built Impulse SV's breeder in our Skyblock series, which works more efficiently than this, but I enjoy this design and figuring out things from it. Now, when villagers attempt to breed, I believe that they check for accessible beds within range and how many villagers they can see. If there are more beds than villagers, the breeding is then successful. Now that would explain why when there were 4 beds and 4 villagers, the process wasn't successful. But as soon as I moved 2 more beds down and made them accessible, then we managed to get a baby villager. Now, in some ways, I prefer to bring all of the beds down to that level, just for uniformity's sake, but I think I'll leave them as this for now, just see how many villagers we output. Now, it certainly wasn't my intention to spend as long here as we have, because what I want to do is work on the chorus farm. So, oh, breeding unsuccessful. Maybe I will move those beds down. Right, with all the beds moved down, that increases our chances of getting spawns. Now, I'm just going to put glass over the beds. The villagers can still sleep in the beds with the glass there, but it does prevent all the babies jumping up and down the beds, which could potentially stop them falling down the holes. So, cover those up and pick my shulker up, and we're done. As I say, this may all change to be a more efficient design. However, for now, it's fun and interesting to experiment. I left the supplies at the training area, so what I'm just going to do is, rather than walk, I'll just be lazy and use my water system. Much less effort. I just slept, so I don't know where the phantom came from. It must have been here from when I didn't sleep earlier, or maybe Hushbug. Either way, just need to kill that one, and then I should be free to work on this, which hopefully you remember from last week's episode. I reckon I can do that quickly. That used up a lot more glass than I was expecting, but it's all done now, and I'm very happy with it. Though, it would look better with the chorus plants placed, so I'm going to do that quickly. Chorus fruit is one of those things that we rarely need, but we needed to sort out the ugly farm we used to have, and I think this is a lovely solution, and the fact that it takes exactly 64 flowers to plant a full crop, just extra satisfying. The new build is definitely in keeping with other builds we have on the island, and yet different, and I really like it. Now, as we've started building around here and I was working on this side, it was very noticeable how close we are to Hushbug's Cove project, which is just over there. So the plan is, over the coming weeks, to slowly work on this coastline to link the two up. While we've nearly done enough to finish up the video, I have one task that I really want to get done and out of the way that's been bugging me for a number of weeks. And unfortunately it means that I have to head a reasonable distance from our base. Yes, we're at the swamp biome. Not because of the swamp biome, but because just beyond the hill there is fresh land. With hopefully mobs that suit my requirements. Drowned. More drowned. I suppose I have been in this area a fair bit with the witch farm. So they must have spawned while I've been here. I just did a couple loops around this single block here as... Oh, that was a good landing. It is in a bit of an odd position. It's just that it's the only floating block in... I'm assuming this is a tiger bone? And that is what I was looking for. Horses. Unfortunately, this isn't the exact horse I was looking for, but it does look really cool. This is a long trip back to the portal. Will you please let me ride you? Right, he might not love me, but he's still coming with me. This view is best because then I can see the lead and see where I'm going. Right, we need to get down there, which is quite a long... Wait, I have a plan. It's a very cunning plan. See, this works. You can take a horse to the water and hope he doesn't die. Give my lead back. I can't decide which one to take, so I'm asking a friend of mine who has a horse which one she thinks. And I'm just standing out here in the dark waiting for a response. Luckily for you, you're not only the original horse, you are the selected horse. Come on. Right, we are back to where the portal is, which is fantastic, and you can sit on there. Love me. He loves me! What a magnificent beast. Oh, I didn't bring an actual saddle, did I? There's a fishing spot at the bottom of the witch farm. Might have a saddle there, because I certainly don't want to walk him down the tunnel in the nether, especially as it's tall enough for me to fit. Well, that was a very easy and convenient task. Because while I'm here... Oh, gunpowder. Sure, I'll take that. We don't produce a lot of this stuff, but it's still worth taking. There, this might work a little bit better now. Yep. Ouch. Please be okay, please be okay, please be okay. And we're nearly home. Please be okay, please be okay, please be okay. I have a home for you. There, home found for you. All we need now is to name you. And luckily I always carry name tags. And an anvil. Oops, nearly misspelt that. Sapphire. Beautiful name for a beautiful horse. I came over here to do my outro and it was night time, so I thought I'd wait until the day came, and of course before the day came it started raining. So rather than waiting forever, I'm just going to get wet in the rain. That's all we got time for this episode. Now, most of the time was taken up with me being derpy with a village breeder, but we did manage to make the chorus fruit farm, and I really like it. And of course we have Sapphire, our new friend forever, who's going to live in the barn and occasionally have a trip round the island. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye now. Oh, also, don't forget to hit that like button. And in advance, thanks for being awesome and doing so.